Good. Yeah, feeling pretty good.
You took an X-ray on Sunday. Was that precautionary? Did you?
Yeah, just precautionary. Just to make sure nothing was wrong with my shoulder or collarbone, and I came back clean, and I've been out there practicing, feeling good. So
it's pretty much an ice it every day.
Yeah, icing it. That's about all you can do really.
Any discussion from the coaches about you sliding? I know that was a big topic in the offseason.
Well, that was a tough situation. It was a third down, and if I slid there, we wouldn't have got the first. So I know how to get my body up for that to get the first down. And we got the first. So.
Are you trying to run less this year, or is it just all situational?
No, I'm not necessarily trying to run less. It's just a lot of situational stuff. Sometimes the pocket breaks down, I'll run, but it's not like a thing we have said or game plan that I'm not running because of this or that. It's just that's the way the game's been going.
On the ESPN broadcast, they said Todd McShay said one of your weaknesses was not feeling the backside pressure. Is that something that you need to get more aware of?
Those blitzes should have been picked up by the offensive line. So they did a good. It's a thing they see all the time. It's just for whatever reason it didn't get picked up, and it's hard to see. They come off your backside, so honestly I didn't see it at all. I know when certain blitzes are coming, but if I feel they should get picked up, I shouldn't have to worry about it.
Was that just a perfectly executed blitz? And that guy, you read him, and he was on Matt's inside shoulder. I think it was a strong side linebacker. Is that just you kind of got to tip your hat sometimes on how they execute?
No, that's a blitz that we should handle, and like I said, for whatever reason, we didn't handle it. We see it all the time in practice. Our own guys bring that same blitz, and we pick it up, but it just didn't get picked up that day.
Is part of that wide receivers, young wide receiver group not seeing the hot reads on that?
No, that wasn't. It wasn't a hot situation. It was just a blitz that we have. We worked on all the time that should get absorbed, and so there's no hot or sight there in that particular case. But had there been a hot situation, I would expect the receivers to know they're hot, and then for me to get the ball in my hand.
Did you guys miss Derek Mitchell in pass protection Saturday?
Yeah, Derek's a great third down back. He knows his protections well, and so does LaShawn and Akram. But Derek's in there the majority of the time on third down. So anytime you have all three of your running backs, it'll help you. So having him out, it wasn't ideal, wasn't great, but LaShawn and Akram know their stuff just as well as he does.
You've been given more freedom at the line of scrimmage this year. Is there an override button for the coaches, like late game situations? They just want you to run the ball like on Saturday.
Yeah, there is. Depending on the game situation, obviously certain situations they don't want you to throw the ball. Iowa State, when you're up 40 points, you'd rather just run the ball. So there is, but at the same time, the game plan usually rides throughout the whole entire game. So
when you got hurt Saturday, initially, did you fear that it was worse than it actually turned out to be?
At first, I did, just because it hurt really bad. Again, I felt it could have been something worse, but immediately as I got to the sideline, I was able to throw and stuff. So I figured. It was just a stinger or something like that. Luckily it was nothing severe.
Immediately after that loss, what did you do Saturday night?
I just hung out with my family. My mom and dad and little sister were in town, so went to go to dinner with them. I don't get to see them all the time, so then we just hung out. They came over to my house for a little bit and watched some games, some football games, and really just relax and do anything.
Do moments like that maybe not so much ease the pain of the loss, but help you kind of see the big picture?
Yeah, I think so. It's just funny because I come off the field, see my family, they're waiting for me at the end, And I'm all down. We're down. We just lost. My sister, she's sick. She comes and says, "Hey," she calls me Goo. She said, "Goo, guess what?" And I'm like, "What, Tatum?" And she's like, "I got 3 pictures with Herky today." And I'm like, she has no idea what just happened. It's just, it's like innocent moments like that that you realize, the world's gonna, keep spinning and life goes on. And at the end of the day, we've got an entire season ahead of us, and we just got to use that to motivate us.
Not to say things came easily in your first 2 games, but you did score 6 touchdowns in both games. You looked like, especially in the first half, things were running so smoothly. Mm-hmm. Can you pinpoint specifically maybe what happened, especially in the second half? Did you guys get too conservative, too predictable?
I don't think it was necessarily. I don't even think we played very well in the first half. There were a lot of things, a lot of mental mistakes. We had 17 mental mistakes in the entire game, and prior to that, our first 2 games we had 10 total, and there was a lot of mental mistakes. As an offense, and we can't have that. And anytime you're playing a good opponent, you have that many mental mistakes, you're bound to get beat, and you give yourselves an opportunity to lose. And we cleaned some things up, on Monday and today, and we moved past it. But we just got to stay focused and be ready to go weekend and not have those those mental mistakes.
Looks like you're getting James Daniels back at center. What is his biggest strength at center?
He's just super athletic. He's able to pull and get on the perimeter, get through to the second level pretty easily, and he's a smart guy. He's a young guy for us, but he's very smart, and he's got a lot of potential, and he's a good player. And so it'll be great to have him back. And nothing against Lucas. Lucas did a great job when he was in there, but the more guys you have ready to play, the better your offense is.
You've really run into the right. I think there was 2 runs that went to the right. The rest were either kind of in the middle, whether they're inside zone or whatever, or to the left. Was that caused in part because Sean wasn't there?
I'm not sure, exactly what plays you're talking about, but Sean is a great lineman for us, and but we expect when he's out, Keegan to step up, and he did a good job. He did a good job last week, but like I said, anytime you have your entire team ready, Sean, Keegan, Lucas, and James back, it helps you. No matter who's in there, we expect them to do their job, and you're not gonna get every play, you're not gonna make every block, but as long as we're on the right page, at least they know where they're supposed to go and block. It'll help you.
Is it harder or easier to prepare for a team you've never played before?
I don't know. I don't think it really matters, to be honest, because every team that we play is a different team. We'll play. Rutgers is our first time playing them, but then the rest of our schedule we played most of those guys before. But each year it's a new team. Our team's a new team from last year, so you got a little bit of the same same strategy, same offensive style, defensive style, but. I don't think it matters very much as long as we're studying and watching our tape well. Outside of Matt,
do you have the same type of chemistry with the other receivers as you did with, say, Tavon last year?
It's hard to say at this point. Me and Jerm, we've really only been together for a year now, and Tavon and I, going into 4 years, we came to school together. So, I guess I would say mine and Tavon's chemistry was a little bit better just because we had more reps together, but. When Jerm's in there, I expect him to be at certain spots at the right time, and he expects me to put the ball on him. And so you can't make excuses saying the chemistry or this and that, because we've had all spring and all camp to work on it, and I think our chemistry and all the other receivers' chemistry is pretty good right now.
What games did you watch Saturday night? Did you watch Big Ten?
I did. I watched the Michigan State, Ohio State. It's all the games that were on. There were a lot of them, and it was a good day to watch some college football.
Well, when you look at Ohio State and Michigan State, and knowing what you guys felt earlier in the day, what did you see where you guys need to climb to here in these next 9 weeks?
We just got to improve every day. I didn't really watch those games comparing us to Michigan State or Ohio State. Honestly, watch more of those games just as a spectator, just trying to relax and not really think about our game too much. But as long as we're improving day in and day out, getting better, and, playing better than we did last week, we have a chance to have a good season. It's early. We're starting Big Ten play this week, and we've moved past North Dakota State, and we're excited to get back on the field and hopefully get a win and get that taste back in our mouth.
Last year you had 2 tight ends that you went to a lot. This year you've really basically just been going to George. How important is it for you guys to get another option, a tight end, a pass catching option, to get the offense rolling?
It's important. Anytime you have more weapons, the better. But at the same time, that's where other guys have to step up and put other formations in the game and expect George to be ready and do a good job, and expect whoever that next tight end is when they're in there to do a good job and get open and make catches and plays. And it's just a matter of getting more reps and more reps with those younger guys that haven't been in there as much, and at the same time, receivers and running backs and other guys making plays when they're in there too.
Ben's in a weird situation Saturday playing against his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine playing against your dad in a football game?
Yeah, no, it's it'd be weird, but I know Ben, and he's a competitor. I don't think he's thinking of it like that right now. He wants to win. If it was me, I'd want to beat my family more than I'd want to be just growing up like that, competing against your siblings and just knowing how competitive you are. And I know he's a competitive guy. I know he wants to win this one more than anything too.
Thanks, CJ.
Yep.